We start with a renewed alliance in North Africa. Pakistan has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening defense ties with Libya. In a statement issued earlier today, defense officials from both nations agreed to restart military training exchange programs that had been dormant for over a decade. Analysts view this as Islamabad's move to re-establish its strategic footprint in the Maghreb region. Tensions are flaring over water rights. Islamabad has formally accused New Delhi of technical violations of the Indus Waters Treaty. The dispute centers on the design of two new hydroelectric projects on the Chenab River. Pakistan's Commissioner for Indus Waters has warned that if the designs are not modified, the country will move to the Court of Arbitration in The Hague immediately. Diplomatic sources indicate mounting pressure from Washington regarding the post-war plan for Gaza. The Biden administration is reportedly urging Pakistan to commit peacekeepers to a prospective multinational stabilization force. While Islamabad has remained non-committal, insisting on a UN mandate, insiders say the US is linking this commitment to future economic aid packages. And a major milestone for the Pakistan Navy, the fourth Hangor-class submarine, the Ghazi, has been launched in China. Built at the Wuchang Shipbuilding Industry Group, the Ghazi is equipped with Advanced Air-Independent Propulsion, AP. Its induction by 2026 will complete the first phase of Pakistan's underwater modernization, significantly boosting its anti-access capabilities in the Arabian Sea. From Gwadar to Washington, this is PAC Geo Defense Update, Pakistan's voice in the world of defense and geopolitics. Please subscribe. Turning now to a developing story in the cyber domain. Pakistan's National Telecom Corporation, NTC, has reported a sudden, coordinated spike in probing attacks targeting its maritime communication servers. Cybersecurity experts believe these aren't random hackers. The attack vectors are specifically hunting for frequency hopping codes used by the Navy's Coastal Command. This surge coincides perfectly with the Ghazi submarine launch we just mentioned, leading intelligence officials to suspect state-sponsored espionage aimed at mapping Pakistan's underwater data link architecture before the new vessels even arrive. Chaos has gripped the streets of Dhaka as Bangladesh descends into a fresh wave of violent unrest tonight. The trigger, the death of 32-year-old youth leader Sharif Osman Hadi. Hadi, a prominent figure of the 2024 uprising, succumbed to gunshot wounds in a Singapore hospital today after battling for his life. As news of his passing broke, thousands of angry protesters flooded the Shaba intersection. The situation quickly turned lethal as mobs targeted the country's two largest newspapers. The offices of Prothom Allo and the Daily Star were set ablaze, leaving dozens of journalists trapped inside as smoke filled the buildings. Protesters have accused these media outlets of being aligned with neighboring India, fueling a surge in anti-India sentiment across the capital. Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus has declared a day of national mourning, urging for calm while vowing to bring Hadi's killers to justice. With the army deployed to protect key installations and tensions soaring, the nation's fragile democratic transition remains on a knife edge. We move to the Middle East, where the conflict has dangerously expanded. Israel has launched a series of intense airstrikes on southern Lebanon this morning. The IDF claims it is targeting Hezbollah's precision-guided missile facilities, but reports from Beirut indicate significant damage to civilian infrastructure in the Bekaa Valley. This escalation threatens to pull regional powers deeper into the fray. With Pakistan already under pressure to provide troops for Gaza, this widening war places Islamabad in a precarious diplomatic position, caught between its traditional support for the Muslim world, and its desire to avoid entanglement in a broader regional war. Back in the Indian Ocean, a new naval coalition may be forming. A proposal has been tabled for a Blue Economy Guard, a joint naval task force comprising Pakistan, China, and Saudi Arabia. The mandate of this force would be strictly economic, protecting the energy supply lines flowing from the Gulf to the port of Gwadar. If realized, this would be the first time Saudi naval units would conduct joint patrols with the Chinese Navy in these waters. Security analysts see this as a direct counter to the growing presence of Western naval coalitions in the Red Sea, effectively creating a security umbrella for the Belt and Road Initiative's maritime routes. On the eastern border, the fog of war is being cleared by artificial intelligence. Islamabad is set to unveil the digital LoC initiative. This system utilizes a new constellation of low Earth orbit satellites paired with AI-driven image processing. The goal? To create a real-time, automated monitoring grid along the line of control. Officials claim this AI can detect heat signatures and movement patterns that human analysts might miss, specifically designed to counter what they term Operation Silent Step, alleged covert Indian infiltration tactics. This marks a shift from manpower-heavy border patrols to a smart border defense doctrine. Patience with Kabul is running thin. Pakistan has eyed 2026 for the implementation of a total border lockdown policy. Sources within the Interior Ministry say this is the plan B if the Afghan Taliban fail to deliver on their counter-terrorism promises by the end of this year. The policy would involve a complete closure of all trade and pedestrian crossings, essentially treating the Durand Line as a hard military frontier similar to the DMZ. This ultimatum reflects a collapse in confidence that the interim government in Kabul can, or will, restrain militant groups operating from its soil. In a bold move of resource diplomacy, Pakistan is looking to Africa. Reports confirm that Islamabad is leveraging its defense industry to secure lucrative mining rights in Central Africa. Negotiations are underway to exchange JF-17 Thunder jets and Barak-armed drones for exclusive access to copper and cobalt mines. This follows the Reko-Dick model but takes it international. By trading high-tech weaponry for critical minerals, Pakistan aims to secure the raw materials needed for its growing EV and battery sector, bypassing the need for hard currency reserves it currently lacks. In a major diplomatic achievement, the United Nations General Assembly has unanimously adopted a Pakistan-sponsored resolution reaffirming the universal right to self-determination. Passed by consensus during the Assembly's 80th session, the resolution was co-sponsored by 72 nations from every region of the world. The text provides a powerful international endorsement for peoples living under colonial and foreign occupation, explicitly drawing global attention to the legitimate aspirations of those in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and Palestine. Islamabad's mission at the UN hailed the adoption as a clear message of solidarity, stressing that the denial of this fundamental freedom remains a primary root cause of conflict and instability across the globe. That's enough for today. Share your thoughts in comments section, and please answer today's question.